Gamegenic, ingenious supplies.
Game night! Tonight on Game Night, Nikki, Lincoln, Amanda, and Jackie will teach and play Stalk Exchange for 2 to 5 players, designed by Christopher Chan and published by the Op. In this game, we will be manipulating the stock market.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Lincoln.
Will you teach us Stalk Exchange?
Absolutely.
Is that stock or stalk? I think it's stalk.
Stalk?
Yeah.
Stalk?
Yep.
Like we're
Okay.
stalking something?
Yeah.
No, it's flower stalks. Before we start, we need to finish setting up. So we have a bag, the greenhouse bag, full of the flower tokens. And each of us is going to get 10
Wow.
of them, but secret. So don't let anyone see
I
them.
can see all of them. Let me tilt
Yeah,
my
yeah.
little
You
greenhouse.
can't see all of them. You can only see Amanda.
I saw a bunch going.
Okay,
It does not matter.
If you can remember
Yes.
by the time
I
we get
know.
started,
Then that's good
More
on
power
you.
to you.
Okay,
I
here you
will
go.
not. I probably won't even remember what's in front of me.
exactly.
The great thing about these little houses,
Sheds?
sheds
Yep.
for your stock portfolios is that you don't have to break them down when you're done with the game. They just fit all into
They
the
will?
box. Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering when I was putting them together
I
if
love
they
it when
fit.
publishers do storage
I
solutions.
know.
There you go.
Now, the number of flowers that everyone starts changes depending on the number of players. So are the CD exchange tokens,
Okay.
aka your trials. So in a 4-player game, everyone gets 3. You will not get any more for the whole entire game.
We don't get any seedier.
You do not get any seedier. We're pulling them out of the token keeps from Gamegenic. The last player gets 1 extra. So I'll just go first.
Okay.
Which means that
I'm
Jackie
seedy.
gets.
I'm the
You are
seediest at the
seedier.
table.
You
Yes.
are. Now, in this game, what's going to happen is that we are going to be manipulating the market. So this is the market board, this is the garden board, and this is our tiny little stock exchange. Underneath our shed is our personal portfolios that can exchange,
Okay.
that can change. The great thing is that they have a little player aid that everyone has with all the information on it, or you can look on the back of the rulebook, which basically has a very nice summary that you can just follow step by step to play the game. Now we have 5 different flowers we're going to be dealing with. These are the markers that tells us the value of each of the flowers at the end of the game. Then we have the flower tokens on the back are bulbs, and then they have a little tiny representation of what the actual flower is. And in your portfolio, you want to change it to the full flower just to make it easier to see.
Okay.
And we're going to put this into our little greenhouse bag, which is our draw bag. And then we have a compost bag, which is where our discards are going to be.
Okay.
It's so cute. They made it really thematic. So on your turn, you must take 2 different actions. It can be the same action. It can be 2 different actions. It can be in any order.
Okay.
So one of the actions is to plant. You never plant from your portfolio. Okay? You always plant from the stock exchange. Planting means to take one of the flowers in the stock exchange, flipping it to the bulb side, and placing it anywhere on the garden. Okay?
Okay.
The other action you can do is exchange. That means take a flower from behind your shed or from your portfolio and exchange it with the stock exchange. Okay? So 1 for 1. So people can see what you've turned in
Right.
and what you took.
Okay.
Okay? So those are the 2 basic actions. Now, what does these CD exchange tokens do? They allow you to take an additional basic action, which is either to exchange or to plant, and you can do as many as you want, but you only get that many for the whole entire game.
Okay.
You don't get any more. And then the last thing they can do is if you flip it over once per game, so you flip it over to the blue side once per game, you can wipe the Stalk Exchange,
Oh.
but it goes into the compost bin. Now, the reason why that's important is because one of the ways the game can end is if there's no more
Tokens
tokens
in
in
the
the
bag.
greenhouse.
All right.
And it ends on that person's turn, finish, and then we would score. Now, the other way that it's going to end is that there's a meeting in here. Now, I'll talk about that in just a minute as soon as I tell you what happens from this after you do your 2 basic actions.
Okay.
So after your 2 basic actions of exchange or plant, we're going to do an upkeep. So every flower that is completely surrounded will be taken off the board.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay? If there is, like, if it was like this is a group of 2 of the same flowers. This whole group has to be completely surrounded, which means it has to be something like this
okay.
for it to be taken off the board. Okay? Now, if there was multiple groups, like this one's completely surrounded and all these are completely surrounded, it's taken off at the same time.
Okay.
Once it's taken off the board, it's put off to the side, and then we look at if there's any bulbs. Let's say, let me just do this. If there's any bulbs that has an empty spot, then it blooms.
Oh.
But if it does not have an empty slot, it does not bloom.
So a surrounded bulb does not get taken off.
It does not take off. And you have to harvest or take off the flowers before you bloom. So any flower that you plant on your turn will never bloom on the same turn.
Okay.
Okay, so always harvest and then bloom.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Once you've taken these off, you're going to put it onto the market board. You're starting where the number of players are. So we're going to start here, and we're going to place them like this. Then we take the corresponding token and move it however many flowers are out. So this has 1, this has 2.
I see.
Okay.
At the end of the game, we're going to have a bust. So if it was like this, the stock market bust, the highest flower loses half its points rounded up. So this would move to 4.
Okay.
Then, sorry, did you have a question?
I don't understand why would it bust when you're not at like the end of the track.
That's just something that happens in the game. Every
That's just max
game
right,
ends.
max value.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So your points would be
3 for that one.
6
Or no, only
points.
the top one.
No, only the top one
Right.
busts, and then for every flower in your portfolio, and we'll show that, you'll get that times the number of flowers.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I talked about this is one way for the game to end. There's no more tokens in the greenhouse. The other way is if one of these meets one of those. So we're going to continue placing
I see.
flowers,
It's gonna hit.
and then these are going to move up, right, based on the number of flowers. And then when one meets or moves over, the game's going to end as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the game end immediately, or do we finish out?
For that one.
You finish the turn, and then the game ends.
But on the other one, if it's
You also finish the turn.
right. Oh,
And the-
that turn. But does everybody eat equal turns? Is what I think Jackie's. Okay. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
If they're all piled up like this, right, and there's the bust. Oh wait, let me go further. Does this fall all the way back, or
Just
does
to
it
half
pile?
rounded up.
Maybe this one.
It's the highest one
Okay.
moves back, rounded up.
So it will
But if
stack.
there's ties, they
Okay.
both move back, rounded up.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. So they do stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nature's cruel.
Very. If you look, there's little butterflies and bees. Those just tell you where the starting flowers go depending on the number of players that's going to play.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. We
Wow,
can just
okay.
keep on playing until either the two
Cross
meet
or we run out of
run
tokens.
out of tiles.
Okay.
So we want our stuff to get harvested.
We do want our stuff to get harvested,
Right.
but then you're kind of like seeing, oh, if they're going to harvest a lot, maybe I want to get more of those flowers because they're going to be more
Okay.
valuable. But then don't forget about the bust.
Yeah. What triggers the bust?
End of game. As soon as
Or
one
touch-
crosses,
yeah,
Oh, it's when they
or
touch.
when-
It's the
It's the
bust.
end. No,
Okay.
even if this runs out and there's no touching,
Oh, it's just okay.
it's just the end
It's
of
not
game.
a. Got it.
Yeah.
No touching.
No
touching.
touching.
Okay. Is there like a thing on how to choose the start player?
No.
She
Well, we're gonna
chose, she
start
chose
there,
herself.
myself.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
I thought
because I
maybe
taught.
they'd have some clever, like, who
Oh.
last pulled weeds
Oh,
or
that would be
That'd
cute.
be Nikki.
That would be
Oh,
you.
that would be you, because you
Oh, yeah, I
were
was
pulling
pulling
weeds
weeds
as
as we
we
were
were
talking.
walking
Oh
in.
my goodness.
All right.
So Lincoln should be the start
Well,
player.
Lincoln, do you want to be the star player?
No, that's fine. Well, before we get started, let's thank Gamegenic for sponsoring this episode and for providing accessories. Today we're using one of their token keeps, but usually we use lots more of their stuff. We really love them. These are fantastic because you can keep the stuff in here, flip the lid on it, and store them, and they fit inside your box,
it's
whatever.
all
They're pretty
magnet.
fantastic. Yeah.
Magnet.
Magnets, fantastic. I guess it's already empty. We already took the stuff that we're
We
getting
did.
out of it, and we're done.
Yep.
Okay.
Since I don't know what people are gonna do, I might as just plant some stuff.
How would we even have any idea? I mean, that's the
I
thing.
know.
You kind of basically have to use what's happening on the market to determine potentially where stuff's at.
Also, you can see what you have that maybe. Do you want to diversify your portfolio, or do you want to go with what is out there? So
I think I need to be shorter just to see what's inside
I
here.
know. I was tilting it a little.
I am going to plant, which means I do from the stock exchange and 2 bulbs,
Yep.
and then I am going to go ahead and plant again. So I planted twice, and now we're going to look. There's nothing to harvest, so I'm going to bloom these because there is an empty spot next to them. And then what's going to happen is that the rightmost flower will go into the compost bin. We'll move these down, and then we will refill.
Okay.
So basically, if you want the stuff there, you gotta
Grab it
grab
before it
Do it.
goes.
Get it while it's hot. And the ones next to it, you probably may not have a chance to get.
Okay, now it's Nikki's turn.
Okay. I am going to plant. I'll plant this guy. And, okay, where do I want to put it?
Well, if you surround things, right, it's going
I
to...
know. I was thinking here or here. Plant?
Shouldn't be on the
flip
bulb
it.
You
side.
got the
Yeah.
bulb
Oh,
side.
sorry, bulb
That's
side.
all right.
And plant.
What, you don't want to help me with mine?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Not yet.
So rude.
Okay.
Anything to harvest?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
So then these will bloom
Oops, gosh dang it. do it
because
again.
they're
I
adjacent.
see.
Yes.
Bloomin'.
Because they have empty space.
Okay.
This one goes away. And we refill. Let's see what you get. Okay, I'm gonna dig. This needs to be reshuffled. We don't see. Oh, we're not seeing a lot of these flowers.
Sure.
Well, they
the
were. They're in the
reds.
compost.
Oh, you're right.
Harumph, I say to that.
Yeah.
Well, you do have your CD business tokens.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I have no idea where anything's going or... I have no idea, really. I guess I'll go with one of these.
Flip.
Oh, yeah, bulb
Two
side,
gibbets.
bulb side.
Yep.
And one of these?
Ooh.
Really?
You're gonna help Nikki keep.
Well,
hers
maybe
up?
me too, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
and
do y'all have a lot?
refill.
So wait,
Wait,
harvest. This
Oh, yeah,
one
it is.
Okay, surrounded.
surrounded. So
Getting
this
it.
goes there, and then this one will move up. So even though they're slightly different colors, this is going to be there. So now these are all worth 1 point each, and then we're going to bloom that one and this one because of it empty.
Okay.
And then this goes away.
And it's 1 point for what's behind your screen.
What's in your portfolio? Yes.
Portfolio.
What's in your
Okay.
portfolio?
And that never changes unless you swap a
Yes.
zero
Exactly.
instead of
Correct.
planting.
That I figured. Hey, there's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you interested in one of those?
I mean, they were talking about it. There's 2 guys floating out there by themselves.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jackie might be interested in those.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe. There is.
I have diversified interests.
Oh.
Of course, as do I. I mean, I have a random
As
assortment
all
of...
Intelligent.
Yes.
Well, not in
Investors.
real life, but
Okay, Jackie, what are you gonna do?
oh, it's my turn. Okay, I am going to. I'm gonna.
Oh, you're
plant
gonna.
this.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the only one.
Oh, how do I want to do this?
Yeah.
I want to do it that way. And then I'm also,
Hands off my flowers.
that.
Okay.
oh, it might be helping you.
Okay,
Okay.
and now we are going to look. This one is completely surrounded now.
No, because it's got a group.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Right?
Because that one. Hey, I was just double checking.
Yes, I
double
know.
checking
Making sure you know what you're
you.
doing.
Were you
taught
paying
well.
attention
I
to
know.
the
Good
teach?
job. Good
You've taught
job.
well.
So there is nothing to harvest, so these are going to bloom. And then this goes away. Humph.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get a hump out of that guy.
There's some interesting stuff out there.
Okay. Wow. Some flower wants to stay hidden. That's what's happening. Okay.
I guess there's a certain one you're looking for. I don't.
Is there? Is there?
How
There's
many
how
are
many
there
are there?
total?
There's five.
Yeah.
There's 5 total. I think. Therefore, I am.
We haven't seen a lot of the blue, but
We'll see. Okay.
it'll come out.
I'm gonna plant, which I know increases the value of this, but also makes it harder to harvest. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use one of my CD business tokens, and I am going to plant. So now this means that all of these go away because they're completely surrounded.
Harvest first. Okay.
Always harvest first,
Okay.
because you can never harvest a flower you planted that turn.
Correct.
So now I read these will bloom, and now we're going to change the stock market. So this will go up to here, and then these 3 come out. Now it doesn't matter what order these comes out,
Sure.
but
Right, it's
now
just the
this is going to
number.
be the number,
Okay.
and it's the timer of the game. So now this goes away, and now these refill. Okay.
Stuff I want. Stuff I
Oh
want.
no.
Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, this is interesting.
All right. Guess what? This one's being planted. I'm sure everybody was,
So surprised.
shocked by that.
I
All
was
right.
shocked, Nikki P.
Were you shocked?
So shocked.
And then this one's going to go over in the top where the bee is.
There you go.
Yeah.
We have no harvest, and we have only 1 bloom. That one does not bloom.
Because there's no open space around it.
Oh,
Ah, caught you in one of the rules.
Okay.
Okay, this goes away.
so that won't bloom until something around it is harvested.
Correct.
Yeah.
This feels deceptively mathy.
Right.
Or deceptively easy.
Unmath, yes.
Yeah, deceptively
deceptively
It
unmathy.
is not, I'm already seeing where you gotta, there's, a lot of thinking, actually.
Some thinking to be done.
Lincoln's thinking.
Yep, I don't know exactly what I want to do.
You want the most points, Lincoln.
I do, but I don't really know what that is.
Yep. Oh.
And then,
Oh.
There. What are you doing? You trying to?
no, I'm trying to get something happening.
He has a plan.
Yeah. 2.
Apparently.
Okay.
Okay.
So now these 2, get harvested, and then all of these
Flip.
flip.
Nice.
Gibbets. And then we have these 2, which means that this one goes up 2. Okay. This goes away.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hello.
Okay. Do I want to do this now?
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Blue time.
Oh, you're
I'm
wiping?
doing that. Wipe.
Holy crap. Okay, you can
Bye.
Don't like you.
I'm
reminder
composting.
that you can only flush 1 time per
I
game.
know. I'm
1
using
time
it.
per game. Hopefully I can draw something that you like. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Now, despite Lincoln's attempts to foil me,
I'm not trying to foil you.
aren't you?
You're making stuff large, which makes it harder
Aren't
to
you?
harvest.
I am making it large. I know.
So I'm trying to keep things under control and
Nah,
maybe slower growth
control.
instead of massive
No
growth.
control. But they have to have an open space.
They do.
So I'll do that.
Okay.
So there's nothing to harvest.
there is
Yes, there is.
something to harvest.
How? It's part of
It's
the
a
group.
part of a group.
Oh, you're right.
It's
You're
not
right.
surrounded.
You're right. You're right. You're
This is
right.
why I wasn't trying to make a
You're
giant
right.
group.
You're right.
It's now
Okay.
harder to surround that.
It can
I
happen.
keep testing you on the rules. That's what's happening.
Because eventually we're going to run out of space.
I know.
Or not.
But if something's not flipped over, does that harvest? Let's say this is here,
As-
not
it
because
does
it's surrounded.
not.
So it's the rest around it will harvest?
Yes.
Okay, then it doesn't block that. Okay.
No, it does not block.
It
Okay.
makes it possible now for the people to harvest that, unfortunately.
I am going to do something surprising. I am going to do an exchange.
I'm not
What?
surprised.
Okay. I see.
Are you not surprised? I'm kind of surprised. And then I am going to. Ooh, oh.
What do you see?
Should I do that or not? Let's have some fun. It'll be fine, Amanda. It'll totally be fine. We're gonna
sure.
What
We're
could
gonna-
go wrong?
we're gonna plant for my second one. Oh no! Wait, hold on. I realized I've already done one of my 2 actions. Okay, we're going to instead plant here for the second one, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. And then that will go. This goes away. A boop and a boop. Okay.
Okay. Let's plant up there.
Okay.
It's not going to bloom there.
That's fine.
What's Nikki gonna do?
I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly.
Oh, interesting. Are you gonna use a seedy business
No.
token?
No.
You could complete that whole thing
Oh, I could.
If she wants to.
if you want to.
Well, okay.
But what's the advantage?
If she's invested in it.
Well, yeah. There's
All
actually
right.
one other potential advantage.
But wait, but I just did 2 actions.
You're done. You can use a
You
spade or a trowel.
Oh, okay.
These
To
are
do extra actions.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna use my
Seedy business.
CD. I am CD.
You're seedy.
To do another thing.
Yep. Do another basic
thing.
action.
So here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we get the giant boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 and boop harvest. And then these bloom. And then these go out here.
Nice.
You want to put those out?
Sure.
There is how many of them?
6.
6.
Wow.
There you go.
This goes out. These move down. And that looks like it's moving the game along.
A lot.
A lot. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no, 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 no.
Okay. Mm. Those are going to pay eventually, I would imagine.
We hope.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully other things catch up to those dahlias. So I'm going to exchange one.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. You did the same thing I did.
And then I'm going to we want that to get to 6 and maybe
Okay.
hold on, thinking about another turn.
Ooh.
Dun,
some
dun, dun,
seedy
dun, dun, dun,
business.
I'm good.
Okay. These bloom. Nothing gets harvested. These move down.
Okay.
Let's see what Jackie gets.
Okay, this, oh.
Mm.
I think I'm going
Huh.
to, it's so risky. Okay, I'm going to do a swap.
Ooh.
I'm going to swap this down here.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe a little.
Interesting.
Maybe.
What do you think?
No. And then, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'll
interesting.
put this here.
Oh. Why?
And- oh, you're right. You know what? I'm going to put it, no, because I don't want that to, I don't want that to go that way. I'm going to put it here, cut out
Okay.
some blooms. And,
That.
Well, you did two.
You already done 2.
well, I know. I'm
Are you gonna
using
use
a
it?
thing.
Okay.
I'm using a thing. And I'm going to put that there.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I'm not sure what I'm doing, but
That does the harvest this one? No, it does not because of that.
yeah, because
Got
it's part
it.
of a group.
This one is
one
that one.
blooms.
Yep. Okay. This goes away. Harumph.
Of course, if something's far enough ahead, even cutting it in half, it's still going to be valuable.
Yeah. Harumph.
Yeah, harumph.
Harumph. Okay. I am
Push these further in the
going
shed,
to
No, I can't see anything.
away from prying eyes.
1.
Yeah.
And 2. Okay, so now these 3
Right.
harvested. This blooms. Wait, sorry. This also gets harvested.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surrounded, yeah.
And then this blooms. And this blooms. That
And
does
does
not
not.
bloom. And then we do. Move these along. Here.
Here,
I'm
let's do it.
assuming I should probably ask this. There are an equal number of each flower.
I do believe so,
start?
yes.
And 2 and 1.
And 1. Okay.
Yeah.
This goes away.
Dahlia out in the front by a petal with yellow flower. Where did yellow flower get that
It's this orange
high
one.
up? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Oh, it's this.
We've done it several times.
Yeah,
One,
there's one.
two, three.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're doing them in such little things that it's like,
not bad.
Okay, Nikki.
Yeah. All right. We're
it's
gonna
still a ways to go,
plant this one here,
maybe.
and we're gonna plant this one here.
Okay.
So then they both bloom,
Correct.
Wait, nothing's harvested.
and nothing's harvested.
Correct. Okay. This dahlia is going away. Deceptive. This is a deceptive game,
This is weird,
but also
Okay.
very pretty.
I wasn't expecting this level.
Okay.
Very easy though. 2 basic actions. That's
Yeah.
it. You could do maybe one other thing.
Would you call this area control, Amanda?
No.
I think it kind of is.
No. She says that because I don't like area control.
I think it's area control
It's area
though.
control.
How is it area control?
Because
Oh yeah, bulb side.
You're planting a bulb.
the more you take, the fewer there are to harvest.
Thing is, will that ever go off? Oh yeah, it will.
Maybe if
It
it's
will.
not blocked.
Nope.
And then I'm gonna do one extra turn
Sweet.
Uh-huh.
and exchange.
Oh,
Oh.
exchange! I thought he was gonna fire something off here.
No, he
Well,
wants to
that
get
makes
in on that.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Potential.
totally.
Okay, so nothing surrounded. Yes, these will bloom.
That one does not.
This one does not. That goes into here. These go out.
Yeah.
Harumph.
No. What am I gonna
this could
do?
Be fun.
Jackie.
Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do. Oh man, this is probably gonna backfire hugely. So
Probably.
I'm excited about that. I'm going to swap.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a blue.
That's
And
also a
then-
way to get things to bloom, right? If you swap it out, put it into the suction machine, then you can
Yeah.
bloom them.
And then I'm gonna plant.
Uh-huh.
And I'm probably gonna regret this. I'm gonna
Do it.
use. I'm gonna
CD
see
business.
the business. Oh, we should probably set that. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I've done this before. I
You
guess
have,
I've done
you've
it.
done
I have
what?
that, but
And you've done it
Yeah,
twice.
I've done it twice. And then I'm going to.
Do it.
I'm gonna leave that out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that
Yep.
there.
Which means.
Do I
Are you
put-
sure?
do I-
You
no,
didn't
I'm
take
not
your
sure.
finger off yet.
Don't
I know.
bloom
I know. 'Cause
anything.
I'm thinking about actually. Do I want to cut it off and put it there? Yeah, that's probably.
What?
I'm trying to bust this.
One of the two is gonna bust.
I know. Well, I can bust it there, but then that's leaving that there. So if I put it there,
Sure, go for it.
it's more likely that there's going to be a double bust somewhere.
This
Wrong.
gets harvested.
Yeah.
That gets harvested. I do not believe anything else.
This blooms.
Yes,
And
but
that
no
one
other
is-
harvesting, right?
No.
Okay. Always double
I know
check
we
that.
always have to double check.
Oh,
It's easy to miss.
I know.
Oh.
Frustration.
I like
Part
it.
of the evil plan.
The evilness of Jackie Foss. Oh, that's from the bag.
But it could go spectacularly wrong. So
Oh, it will. It will. Just watch.
I know.
Just watch me now.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so I am going to plant, and I'm going to plant, which means.
Ta-da!
Oh my gosh. Man, how many is that?
I don't know. You tell me.
That's a lot.
8 or
Okay.
something
Wait,
like
was
that.
this was also in the middle
Yes.
of that, right? So
Yeah.
this also comes off,
All right, well, let's put
and
this
so
one.
does this, because it was in the middle of
Yeah.
that. So this
So
Okay.
this
also
goes
comes
up
out.
one.
That goes up one, and then let me count these here.
Oh yeah,
1, 2.
and then I will bloom these.
That was the plan.
That's
10.
8, 9, 10.
Woo!
But it might be a bad one.
Ooh,
Because right now, even at half,
what's that? 5
it's still in the second
second place. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
This is
oh,
gonna
this is the.
Yeah, this is the end of the
This
game.
is
End.
gonna slam here. We've got 4 left.
No, they go on. So it just goes like that, and it means
so
that
we're
we are end of
done.
the game. Yes.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
Oh, the
So-
end just came because that huge harvest.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I did not realize that, but that was fun. Okay, so at the end of every game, we're going to have the bust phase.
Okay.
This comes down
To 5.
to 5, so it's half rounded up, and then we have this lovely
Scoring sheet.
scoring sheet. So
Oops.
the Dahlia is at 8, so they get 8. Man, I wanted one more turn. The Daffodils at 4. Was that Globe Masters at
3.
3. The Snowdrops at 4.
Yep.
And then the Tulips at 5.
Yep.
Now we're going to reveal.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
That did not play this well.
So then we look. So I have 1 Dahlia. I have 1 Tulip. I have 3 of the Globetrotters, 3 Snowdrops, and 2 Tulips. Nikki, how many of each?
I have 4 Dahlia.
Okay.
I have 3, 2 of these yellow ones.
Daffodils?
Daffodils. 1 of the purple.
Uh-huh.
And then 3
The
of
tulips.
the tulips.
And you have no Snowdrops.
No.
And I have no snowdrops. I have
Okay, no
4
snowdrops,
of those.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we should all have 10, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So no Snowdrops. Okay.
Nope.
3
Lincoln.
tulips.
3 Tulips,
4 dahlias.
4
And
Dahlias.
3. What were these?
Daffodils.
Daffodils.
Okay.
Keep wanting them to look like poppies, but when you look at them more carefully, they are
Yeah.
not.
Jackie.
I have 3
Dahlias.
pink,
Yeah.
3 white,
Uh-huh.
There you go.
4 purple
Yes.
that I didn't get to develop.
So now you just multiply this and sum it up.
Fewest points wins, right?
Gamegenic. Ingenious supplies.
I have 43, Nikki with 58, Lincoln with 59, and Jackie with 48.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that you have to remember is that
Curses.
half of a big score
Yeah, it
is
was
still
huge.
a high score.
Yeah.
That was why I bought one, because I thought it was coming soon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where I think I beat Nikki, is I had one more, I had the same amount of these, but I had one more of these that was higher scoring than the purple one. So the daffodils, you know.
If I had exchanged this and gotten another daffodil.
Yeah.
But I had these, I started the game with these.
Yeah. I wanted to
Yeah.
exchange this for another
So-
one of the dahlias.
And also, we had
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
another
still have
one
two of
left
these that I didn't
over.
use.
Yeah. And we have a good amount
Nikki
in the
did too
back.
as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did one. But
Jackie
yeah.
did the most. She spent the most actions
Yeah.
on
I
that,
did.
which is smart. I mean, I would have loved to have had the opportunity, but I knew it was coming, because if it was going to go and it was getting tight, I'm like, this is over.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying enough attention
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
to
I-
how soon
Yes,
that harvest was going to
when
end.
I saw it was 10, this added
Yeah.
was the last thing. It was one of the ones that also harvested. Was this one in that last harvest as well?
Yes.
So yeah, it was a lot, and I was like, well, it's over. And so I was like, I better buy one of the tulips now, at least so I'll have another one, because it didn't bother me at half. I had to have had as many, and I did. I had more than you, right? I had 4 of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was happy to do those when you were doing those. I was more than happy to do those.
Well, I
It's
knew,
just like I'm in it.
you had them, and I
happy
thought
to help you out.
people are invested.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
good. Oh yeah, this is cool.
I
Yeah.
did not, yeah.
It's the timing though, because at
Yeah.
the beginning it
Yes.
doesn't really matter what you
Right.
do. It's just like when to get out on the market. Oh,
What do you think, Nikki?
Yeah,
P?
but all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I am a flower garden person,
Yeah.
so the theme helps
Definitely.
a lot. But this is, well, the whole game is deceptive, by the
Right.
way. I was just like, we're going to plant and we're going to do
Well, it's a small area. I mean, you keep
no.
pulling out, but like building this up is
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
The how dramatically this board changes from turn to turn. I was already like, oh, I'm going to do this, and rethinking what I wanted to do every time somebody else took their turn, because this was just all of a sudden things were harvested. All of a sudden, well, the game ended to everybody out of the blue,
surprise, yeah.
basically. But we did, I mean, I'm very interested to see how it would play if people were harvesting smaller groups instead of these 2 gigantic groups that we did. I
It's
liked
still going to
the
run out
way-
of time.
Yeah.
The only way that would last longer is if
Yeah.
you do 2-player, right?
Yeah.
But I liked the way this trickled upward.
Well, Jackie
in
was
the
surprised it was so
points.
valuable, right? It's like, how does that value that
Yeah.
valuable?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's really cool, and these are really neat to use because it allowed me to finish off and score, harvest something,
Right.
by doing an extra move. And I always look for being able to wipe what's terrible here. I didn't do it.
Yeah,
Jackie
neither.
did it, but I think that's when you have this kind of a situation. It's always important in the game to have a way to get rid of it, because everyone could get totally log jammed in the game if you can't. There's
Clear
no
it.
way to clear that out.
Right.
I don't
right?
think it's. I mean, it's a good move. That to be able
Yeah.
to wipe, that's always a good move. But I don't think it's. Clearly, they do that on. They've designed it into the game
Right.
because of that. Like, people don't want specific flowers, but even then, investing in them and swapping out for some of those
Yeah.
could be a thing if you have more time to think
It's
like
not.
that.
It's not critical.
No. What do you think,
But-
Jackie?
Okay, I loved this, and I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised. I just thought, oh, it's gonna be a light little game, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It plays quickly.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love?
I know.
Yeah,
These-
the pieces
yeah.
are so good.
Come on,
They
these
could have
are-
gone with cardboard.
They absolutely
But-
could
It
have
could
gone with
have, and
cardboard.
this is just magnificent, and I want this game now.
Yeah, right.
It's fun. It's definitely got a cool. I love the idea that it's a market game. We love some market games.
Yeah.
One of our favorites is Speculation from Dirk Henn. Really cool game.
Yeah,
that,
really cool game.
That doesn't get a lot of attention, but
No.
it feels more like a real market the way that one works. But it has similar things going on.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw this happening, we played something recently where when they cross, it ends it, and I was
Yeah.
like, And I like that method. I like that type of thing.
Yeah,
So if there's a lot
Nova
of
does that.
yeah, maybe that's exactly the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I love that you can push it ahead with larger harvests, which is really exciting. And what did you think, Amanda? I mean, you taught it, you've played it before. We were happy to have you teach it.
Yep.
I enjoy it. It's easy to learn, but hard to really figure out the strategy of it. So you have to play it a couple of times, but it's also gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And man, I had. It's deceptively easy. It's deceptively simple, but
Yeah, that there's
very
more depth to it.
Yeah,
than-
there's
exactly.
so much depth
Way
to
more.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's a really great design. I love everything as far as the look is phenomenal. So it's like, it's going to appeal to folks that are into the beautiful
Yeah.
components, and then you have a little bit of tough work there to get to make sure that you can get what you want done. I mean, as soon as this was big, I'm like, wow, we're in trouble
Yeah.
because that's going to go.
No
There's
kidding.
no way, unless something like this purple group got harvested.
That
then
would have
it
been
might
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was trying
Which I
so
needed that
hard to get to.
I mean, it would be interesting to see how it goes. That's the problem, though, right? And you saying that
But I messed
busting
it
half
up.
at 10,
Yeah.
I was like, wow, she's gonna go for it.
Right.
And I was, because I was invested, obviously not as much as this one, but I was as the Dahlias, but I wanted it to happen. You know, I mean, I definitely wanted it to happen. I was like, well, I don't need to end, you know, because they were worried about me wanting to end it, and I'm like, I don't care as long as it does happen. And you did it, so that was.
I did it, but unfortunately, I did it with one of these.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's interesting.
was
Well, yeah,
my
you're like,
bad
I'm going to get
move.
that one out of here.
Yeah.
And it added to that one. But it didn't matter. It was going to bypass this one. I mean, this was at 8? Is that what it was? Was there, yeah, that
It
was.
was
that
at
was,
8.
yeah.
This one was at 10.
10.
Yeah.
yeah, when I was going to invest in more of these, they all fell off,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's kind of
Well, yeah,
like watching.
it got eclipsed by its own flower, right? You know, what I mean, its
Yeah.
own marker. But yeah, it's awesome.
That makes sense, right? It busts because
Yeah.
there was too much of
Yep.
it, so it flooded the market.
Still valuable at
Yeah.
5. It was good to have those.
But it's kind of cool. The frustration factor at 4 players of seeing the thing that you want,
Yeah.
Not be there by the
and know
time.
you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then also that everyone wipes every turn. There's at least one that's going.
Oh, yeah.
Right, right.
There's some removed, yes. That's
Yeah.
going to move it along for sure. Well, cool. Thanks for teaching us, Amanda.
You're welcome, Nikki.
And thanks again to Gamegenic for sponsoring this episode and for providing accessories. And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you do, click on the bell to get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.